Good morning and thank you so much for joining us. We are at Gulfport Behavioral Health System talking to Christina. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm well, thank you. So you guys offer a handful of programs. You offer inpatient services, outpatient services. You offer services strictly geared towards active duty and retired veterans.
Yes.
We're going to talk to you today, though, about outpatient services. You are the subject matter expert.
Yes.
So tell us about your program and how maybe your program differs here than in any other location that we have around the coast.
So our program offers IOP and PHP for patients. That stands for intensive outpatient services and partialized hospitalization services. It's offered to adults and children and adolescents. We have programs that run throughout the day. The adult programs start from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And our children's programs start from 4 to 7, and our adolescents starts from 5 to 8.
So you have different experts, different folks within your program that treat adolescents, that treat teens, that treat adults. It's
Yes.
important because those individuals bring a different level of need.
Yes, we have licensed social workers, we have LPCs, we also have degrees in psychology, and they come and they offer group therapy to our patients. Some of it is offered virtually as well, and some are offered in person.
That virtual side came around for everyone that I know. Came around after COVID. It was like nothing that we'd ever even really explored was there, but never really explored on a more consistent basis. And now it's opening up doors to folks that maybe can't get to you.
Yes, we do have patients that face challenges with transportation, and so we offer that virtual aspect
Telehealth,
of
yeah.
it, so that they can be able to receive services and they're able to interact with other patients.
And you said you have a hospital portion of your outpatient services as well.
So that's our partialized hospitalization. That's Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So when they come in the morning time, they receive breakfast, they begin group at 9 o'clock, and then they receive lunch, and then they receive dinner as well. So that program runs throughout the day.
And that's here on campus.
No, we're actually separated from campus. We're located on Ashley Drive.
Okay.
12330 Ashley Drive in Gulfport.
So you guys are spread out a little bit.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
just right down the road.
Okay, and then you can get help in these kind of services just by coming in and talking to somebody in your intake and assessment department.
Yes.
Right, and that's a 24/7 thing.
Yes, once assessed, we'll receive the referral from our step-down coordinator or our community coordinator, and then they'll send the referral to us, and then we'll get them set up for an appointment, and then they come in, and then we set them up with services.
What are the kind of patients out there that you guys have that are best fit for the outpatient services?
So we want patients that are, obviously that are dealing with mental health issues, patients that have been stabilized. We want patients that are dealing with substance abuse as well. We pretty much see a large scale of patients.
And that is, again, that's across the board. That's all walks of life, age groups, the whole nine.
Yes. Our age group for children, they begin at age 7. And then our adolescents begin at age 13. So we try to fit each age group in.
That's right. And listen, if you have questions, definitely reach out to them. They can answer those questions for you, outpatient, if that's the best option for you. We mentioned inpatient services, which we've already talked about in another segment, but we're now going to talk about the Patriot program, which is geared towards those active duty and those retired
Yes.
veterans. Big military population here in South Mississippi with the Coast Guard and the CB base and Keesler. So we're gonna chat with a couple of other individuals about that.
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks for being
All
with
right.
us.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right, welcome back. We're joined by Jason and Sean. You're here to talk to us about the Patriot Support Program. So Jason, tell us a little bit about it.
The Patriot Support Program is a program for mental health and substance abuse for veterans, active duty military, retirees. Anybody that's worn the uniform is able to get services through that. They're on a separate unit which houses just the veterans in the military, so they can talk the talk and speak about things they've seen and have a little bit more relatable context with the other patients that are in the program.
And I think that's key here because we have a very large military population, right? We have tons of active, we have tons of reserves. We have Keesler Air Force Base, we have the CB base. So it's important to have something like that here because we love our military population. It's a big part of who we are here.
Yeah, that's correct. With the, 3 or 4 bases that are here,
Sure.
Large Navy population, large Air Force population, having those services here in town when somebody needs help is fantastic for those servicemen.
And Sean, I think it's also key to remember, he mentioned it a second ago, the people that, if you're coming in to seek service, it's important to know that you're going to be talking to individuals who are veterans, like yourself.
Yes, sir.
So tell us, why do you think that is an important piece of what makes this program work so well?
Well, I think, we have a specialized set of life experiences that can't really be replicated or taught. So having that life experience and being able to share with others that have similar experience, really provides an extra level of care and consideration that they might not see elsewhere.
You've been in it, right? Like, you understand on a cellular level what you've been through and maybe what kind of help you might need. So why do you think, what sets this program apart from other programs that you may see that are similar to it here on the coast?
The level of consideration and care that goes on. Most of our people who work in the unit on the PSP program all have either family or friends, since this is such a large veteran area. A lot of them have experience with other military members.
So when folks who are watching this right now, who are from the veteran population or active duty population, because you're servicing both groups, what are some of those individuals, what are they experiencing now that you would say maybe this is the time you need to come in and speak to a professional?
Anxiety, depression. I know a lot of things in the world have changed recently, but if you're struggling with anything, now would be the time to get help. There's help out there, great help out there, of people who've been in the same shoes you potentially have been in. But if you need help, get help.
Yeah, I think for me, I have a military. Most of my family's Air Force. We had one rogue Marine, but a lot of them are, military. And I think that is what I think sets this program apart, is that if you're not a military, if you're not part of the military and you go in to get, any kind of mental health help, you might not be dealing with somebody that's been on a similar walk that you've been on. And in this program, those individuals have done it. They've raised their right hand, they've sworn to protect and defend, and they've been through very similar situations, apples and oranges sometimes, but you've all been part of that service mentality where you are giving up your time in the betterment of others. And if it's time, listen, if you have questions and it's time to have somebody else help you, give these folks here a call. Jason, Sean, they're here to answer any questions that you have, and they'll be able to get you the help that you need from individuals who have been on the same path that you very likely have been on. Guys, thank you so much for being with us today. Very important information. Appreciate it.
Thank you.